Argentina, known for tango, football, steak, Malbec, stunning sights, and some of the most passionate people on earth. Today, we start discovering what this country is really about, beginning with its vibrant capital, Buenos Aires.
Buenos dias from Argentina! What's up, you guys? We're Madison and Ivan, and we are here in South America, in Argentina, in Buenos Aires for the very first time. I am so excited to be here. I actually slept the whole way from the airport to our Airbnb, so taking the Uber into town today was like my first time seeing the city, and it is so incredibly beautiful here. Oh my gosh. The buildings, the parks, like literally everything we're seeing is unreal. Like, this is such a stunning city. I am so excited to be exploring more
and tasting more.
Yes, today we're gonna be going to some of the top places to eat. We're gonna be seeing some of the top sites. We're gonna be checking out some different neighborhoods, really getting a taste for all that Buenos Aires has to offer and giving you our first impressions. So far, my first impression is like, wow, this is stunning. It's a really beautiful blend of like historic buildings, beautiful green spaces, and so many modern skyscrapers as well. And it seems like they've done such a beautiful job of like incorporating all three into the city in a way that like harmonizes so beautifully. But speaking of historic buildings, we did start off this morning at the most historic cafe in the country, Cafe Tortoni, and this place is absolutely stunning. You feel a little bit like you've been transported to Europe, and that's entirely on purpose. So this cafe itself was actually started by a French immigrant back in 1858, literally the oldest cafe here in Argentina. And it was named Cafe Tortoni after a very popular coffee shop in Paris. And this has been a meeting spot for just intellectuals and artists over the years. These wax figures are representing three of the most famous artists and intellectuals that would come meet here, including Albert Einstein. And now here we are, the artists, the intellectuals here at this cafe. We just ordered 2 drinks and like pastries, but what a spread we have. Our table is full, like it's beautiful. You feel like royalty. We had to get the medialuna, the unofficial national breakfast of Argentina. Like, this is what the locals are eating every day. Every single restaurant and cafe, literally even McDonald's and Wendy's, have signs out advertising a coffee and medialuna special. Like, that's how big this pastry is here. They took a croissant, like a classic European pastry, and they made it their own with this delicious sweet glaze. Buttery, sweet, delicious one. I can get on board with this being the Argentinian way, the classic Argentinian breakfast. Perfect way to start the morning. We couldn't pass up the churros con chocolate. Buenos Aires was originally started by the Spanish, so the churros here are phenomenal. So we've heard, excited to give them a try. Oh, wow. I am so glad we got these. I had read that churros were the way to go, but I also felt weird not getting the classic Argentinian breakfast on our first day out exploring Buenos Aires. But if you've already had medialunas elsewhere, I would go all in on the churros. These are so good. These are the best churros we've had in a long time. Oh wow, and try it dipped in the chocolate, of course. Argentina has incredible local chocolate. Taking this bite, the song that comes to my head, ooh, heaven is a place on earth. And it's right here, dipping your churros in chocolate. Fantastic. This is so delicious. Just perfectly like crisp on the outside, just a little bit adobe on the inside. Great amount of sugar and salt. And then the chocolate, rich, incredible flavor. This is the life. Yeah.
We also got a tea with flowers from Patagonia, because where else are you going to be able to have that? All right, Patagonia. You got good flowers.
Are you getting like the taste of like a bunch of really cool jackets and like maybe some like shorts?
I don't really want to taste clothing, but...
Fashion. Wow. And now we are here at Plaza del Mayo. The country is run from Casa Rosada here behind us. You can see the National Cathedral from here, the National Bank from here. Like all of these important buildings are here in Plaza del Mayo. And now, once again, just such a beautiful place to be. Lively. There's so many school groups here right now though. Like we're literally seeing like elementary school students unloading by the bus full here.
Hundreds.
Yeah. And this stunning building behind us is Casa Rosada, the pink house. Basically just like the White House, but it is pink. The details are absolutely stunning. And this color, it's like a terracotta-y pink. It is so stunning. And what's fun is that I don't know if either of these are true, but there are two legends about the reason that it is pink. One legend is that at the time when it was built, one of the really popular ways to like treat the buildings and protect it from the humidity and the rain was actually to use a mix of limestone and cow's blood. It was a popular method of preserving buildings at the time. And so that's why it was painted this pink color, because it was the combination of the white of the lime and the red of the cow's blood. But another really popular theory is that it was actually red and white are the colors of the two major political parties at the time. And when it was built, the president said, let's make it pink. Let's combine the red, let's combine the white, let's encourage unity. Let's show that this is a place for all of the nation. This is Argentina. Like we are unified, we are one. So I really like that story too, because that's just such a cool, important call for like unity. Or either of those true, I don't know, but they're both really great stories. And yeah, so this is actually the presidential offices. He doesn't live here, but the government is run from this building, which is really, really cool. It's so beautiful. If you've seen Evita, this is the building where Evita stands on the balcony and says the classic line, "Don't cry for me, Argentina." And I just love like as we've been traveling too, like we have the White House, they have Casa Rosada, the pink house. When we were in Korea, they have the house that literally translates to the blue house. Not Casa Azul, because they speak Korean, not Spanish. But yeah, it's just like kind of funny that we've like all taken the same naming method for our presidential buildings throughout the world. This is Piramide de Mayo, and it is actually the oldest national monument in Argentina. It was built in 1811 to celebrate the May Revolution, Revolución de Mayo, that took place in 1810. It was built celebrating the 1-year anniversary of the big revolution that began the fight for independence here in Argentina from Spain. It's kind of really cool to me that they built this in 1811, but they didn't even officially gain independence until 1816. They were just like, we're gonna win, and like, this is worth celebrating. Yeah, so this is the oldest like actual like national like Argentina as a country monument here in the entire country, because this plaza like literally right here is where like Argentina's independence really began. Like we are standing in like modern Argentinian history right now. But back behind that is where colonial Argentina started. That's why the revolution started here. So let's go check that out. This is Cabildo, which was built by the Spanish in 1610. This is like the town hall. Like this is where Buenos Aires was run from. Most cities and towns that were like established by the Spanish here in Argentina have cabildos. Well, what's kind of fun about this one is that it's actually served as so many things over the years. Like this is the main government building where the head honchos were running things from, but also a prison and a library. Like
and now a free museum.
This is why the big push for independence, the May Revolution, started here in this plaza. The government here in Buenos Aires started here under Spanish rule. There's the middle of the plaza where we celebrate the revolution, and then in the very back, modern Argentina, the current government. And it's just really cool that just like in this one plaza, we can take in so much history. And then after the revolution, Argentina was thriving, but they needed more people. So there was a push for immigrants to come here, mostly Spanish and Italian. And you can really see the Italian influence over here at the cathedral. Is giving major Pantheon vibes to me. Let's go see. This is the Catedral Metropolitana, the Metropolitan Cathedral here in Buenos Aires. And it's sort of giving Pantheon vibes to me, like in Rome. There's so much Italian influence, so many people whose families immigrated from Italy that are here in the city. But this was actually where the late Pope Francis was before he became Pope Francis. There's the tomb of General San Martin in here as well, who has made his mark on history in so many parts of South America. His tomb is actually here in the cathedral, and they even have a changing of the guard for his tomb.
Which looks like it's starting now, so let's go.
Buenos Aires! This obelisk was built in 31 days to celebrate the 400-year anniversary of the city. Built in 31 days, that's wild. And we are currently in the middle of what was the widest road in the world. But now it's the second widest because Brazil.
Is that where we're going?
We are at a Pizzeria Guerrin. It is like literally one of the most iconic restaurants in the world. Not exaggerating, like there is a list on Taste Atlas of the most iconic restaurants in the world. This is in the top 30 of them. When we were looking at the cathedral, we were talking about how Italian immigrants like have been a big part of shaping this city. You can tell a little bit in some of the food. Maybe this might look familiar. Yeah, the pizza in Argentina is king, but they actually have their own beautiful, unique twist on it as well. We're starting with a fugazzeta, which is like a thick, almost like focaccia-like dough with onions on top. This one has ham on it as well, and then just coated in cheese, because you have to coat everything in cheese. It makes it better. That is something they do a lot in Argentina, and the dulce de leche. There's just so many reasons why I had to pack so many extra lactose pills, but it's gonna be worth it, I think. Literally, this pizza shop is like the top pizza shop in the entire city. And you might notice we are standing here at the counter. This is a classic way to enjoy it. The focaccia is delicious, so well flavored, such a great texture. There is so much cheese on this slice, and it is fantastic. Sharp onion flavor, but with the yummy like roasted quality to it. Like I mean, you can literally see the brown of the onions on the pizza slice. This is so yummy. We've had fugazzeta before, but it was nothing like this. This is so good. I definitely understand why this is the one that has become internationally famous. Very delicious, and pairs perfectly with their recommendation, a glass of Moscato.
I have the mozza pizza, the mozzarella pizza, but with the Argentinian flair of the faina on top. So that's that chickpea like pancake that you add on top of your pizza slice. So ooey gooey, delicious. And then the faina is a nice cut to that. It takes it in a completely different direction with kind of like a nutty, almost like a nutty flavor, like a pancake meets hummus almost is the flavor I'm getting off of it. Combine that soft texture with the nice crisp on the bottom of the pizza. It is good stuff. Did you see the name of this sauce?
Yeah.
I'm also getting real New York vibes. I don't know, like the subway tile probably has something to do with it, but...
And the pizza.
And the pizza.
And the theaters outside.
The theaters outside, yes, yes. Okay, now I see why my brain is going New York with this.
This place is completely full and it's already almost 3 p.m. And you might be thinking, isn't that a little late for lunch? No. In Argentina, around 2 o'clock is when lunchtime begins. We're going to restaurants at our more typical lunchtime around 11 or 12 and they are completely empty. It's just us. The restaurant's open, but it's just us sitting there eating. Where is everybody? And you guys don't even want to know what time dinner starts here. This incredibly stunning place back behind us is Teatro Colon. This is the opera house. It is in the top 5 most acoustically perfect theaters in the entire world. Another one of which we saw earlier this year, the opera house in Vienna. In the earlier days of Argentina, they brought in architects from Europe to build buildings that would show the wealth and prosperity of the nation. And so this is one of those buildings. The first performance here happened in 1908. Building something like this where you can really experience the arts and that elite sort of lifestyle is how they were really displaying their wealth and prosperity here in the country. And they're doing a good job of it because this building is absolutely stunning. We are in Puerto Madero. We've been in the most historic site of the city and now we are here in the newest, most modern neighborhood. This area was actually built as a port a long time ago, but the project sort of fell into disarray. And years later, they revitalized it, built this beautiful city, these incredible skyscrapers, and check out this bridge, absolutely stunning. And it is meant to look like a tango. So the one up is the man and he's dipping the woman, the curved bottom of the bridge here. And, you know, just picture it like, see if I can, kind of like a bridge, right? I don't tango like this. And it's just really kind of fun to be like standing right here where like right there is Plaza del Mayo where we were earlier with the Casa Rosada, the beautiful pieces of history in this city, and then to be just right here behind it in this fun modern area. Now let's go walk across it. This bridge was a gift from Spain and it's a drawbridge. Instead of opening like this, like a lot of the drawbridges that we've seen before, they open like this. I think this is where the drawbridge will connect when it's open. This is insane. We are at the #1 rooftop bar in the city. The view is absolutely stunning. And I thought we got the last reservation, but somehow we have the whole terrace to ourselves. This is honestly so incredibly cool to be able to just be enjoying this alone. Like, it's like one of the bougiest feelings. I cannot believe, like, the city just goes on, I would say forever, but you can also see the water there in the distance, so it does stop, but like, insanely dense, stunning cityscape. That side too. Like, Ivan needs to go look over there as well, so you guys go together. Like, that is just epic.
We are at Salon 1923 in Palacio Barolo, which you may have guessed was completed in 1923. You can tell by the historic elevators. Just getting up here was such a unique experience. This is one of the most fascinating buildings in the city, inspired by Dante's Divine Comedy, with hell, purgatory, and heaven represented in the architecture. And we have definitely found heaven up here. This is phenomenal. The bar has 2 terraces, one that has a view of the sunset that's completely full right now, and this one, Terrace Obelisco, that I think has a slightly better view of the city and is empty.
They even have hats to put you in the proper 1920s vibes.
We have walked 7 miles since we went to the cafe this morning and not sat down a single time. This is just the perfect way to end the night.
We could not have asked for a better first look at Argentina. Buenos Aires is modern but filled with so much history, delicious food and drink, incredible views, sights, and architecture, and truly some of the kindest, friendliest people. And there's so much more to explore, from the incredible parks to the bustling markets to the world's best steakhouse to the Andes Mountains. So please hit those subscribe and like buttons to join us for it all. It truly helps us so incredibly much. We'll see you on the next one, and until then, check out these videos.